Hello everyone and welcome back to yet another 5-minute build showcase for Destiny 2, where today we are going to be checking out a build for the Void Warlock that is arguably better than the new Briarbinds armour, with an exotic you likely already have collecting dust in your vault. This build will grant you infinite enhanced grenade charges with capabilities to produce insane amounts of super and constant healing, so now let's descend into the abyss and check out this build. The first aspect of this build for us to check out is our exotic armour, the Nothing Manacles gauntlets, with its perk Scatter Charge. This exotic grants us an extra scatter grenade charge and enables tracking for scatter grenade projectiles, which essentially grants us the Chaos Accelerant aspect, and we are going to be pairing this with abilities that will grant us grenade recharge to allow us to fully spam scatter grenades that will not only destroy large groups of adds, but can also deal huge chunks of damage to champions and mini bosses. For our subclass, I'm going for the Cataclysmic Nova Bomb for greater burst damage against single targets compared to our other super options. We are obviously going for the scatter grenades for this build to work, and the Pocket Singularity Melee will give us an easy way of making enemies volatile. Since the Chaos Accelerant aspect will be useless in this build, we can use the other two aspects available to us, first of which is Child of the Old Gods. This will grant us a Void Soul when deploying our Rift that will damage targeted enemies, draining and weakening them, and we are pairing this with the Healing Rift for extra grenade and melee energy when draining targets. Our second aspect, Feed the Void, will grant us Devour when getting Void ability final blows, restoring health and refreshing after each kill, which will give us all the healing we could possibly want. When it comes to fragments, we need to make sure our grenades deal as much damage as possible, while allowing us to affect as many enemies as possible. To do this, we are starting off with Echo of Expulsion. This will cause targets to explode from Void ability final blows, and I'm pairing this with Echo of Undermining to allow our grenades to weaken targets. This will end up being perfect with our third fragment, Echo of Harvest, so that defeating weakened targets creates an Orb of Power and a Void Breach, and these Void Breaches will grant us some extra class ability energy to activate Void Souls more often. Our final fragment is Echo of Instability, granting volatile rounds to Void weapons when getting grenade final blows, making weapons more effective for ad clear, and allowing Void weapons with the Repulsor Brace perk to give us more survivability. So far, this build grants us 2 scatter grenades with a lot of benefits, and now our mods will give us a grenade recharge rate to fully spam grenades and keep all of our benefits on a constant uptime. The first step to us recharging on grenades instantly is creating Orbs of Power. So on top of Echo of Harvest, I'm equipping a Harmonic Siphon and Firepower mod for an orb on every Void weapon final blow, and 2 orbs from grenade final blows. These orbs will grant stacks of armor charge, which will help power our 2 grenade kickstart mods to refund grenade energy after each use. To maximize the amount of grenade energy we can get, I'm equipping a charged up mod to allow us to carry 4 armor charges, and a stacks on stacks mod to gain 2 armor charges from each orb pickup. This means using a grenade with full charges will refund 48% of our ability instantly. For us to gain even more grenade energy, I'm using 2 innovation mods to refund 13% from every Orb of Power pickup, and since we are going to be using our Rift often for Void Souls, I've gone for 2 bomber mods to gain even more grenade energy from using a Rift. The final mod I'm equipping is Powerful Attraction to automatically collect nearby orbs when activating our class ability for some improved quality of life. This build really doesn't need weapons to function, except at least 1 Void weapon for volatile rounds. However, weapons I would recommend will be any weapon with the Repulsor Brace perk for near constant overshields, or weapons with Demolitionist, since they pair really well with grenade builds. When it comes to exotics, the Graviton Lance is a great option, as it deals high bursts of damage and causes extra explosions, but if you prefer something full auto, I would recommend you try out the Hard Light with its over-penetrating rounds and insane ricochet shots. I found this build to be extremely effective for any activity, granting us infinite enhanced scatter grenades to deal with huge waves of adds and constant devour for health. I've actually found this build to be more fun than the new Briarbinds exotic, and would highly recommend Void Warlocks to try it out. As always, I'll leave a screenshot to mod placements right here, and I'll put a dim link in the description for you to check out. Of course, if you enjoyed this build showcase, please be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content every week, and I'll see you in the next one.